We're joined on Google Hangout by our special correspondent Sipho Hlongwane to discuss day 14 of Oscar Pistorius' trial in the North Gauteng High Court. Thanks for joining us, Sipho.
Thanks for having me.
Now, Sipho, we've been used to seeing Barry Rue's cross-examination, and today we've seen something entirely different. Why is Barry Rue not doing the cross-examination?
Well, Pistorius is being defended by a whole team of lawyers. So Barry Rue is just the lead advocate, the one who asked the most questions. And the other lawyers will probably have studied other aspects of the defense and then speak to that. But I believe that they are all competent advocates. And in fact, if something happened to Barry Rue, these are people who can step in and finish the job for him.
Now, the cross-examination is being conducted by Kenny Oldwage, and he is quite vicious. He doesn't take any sort of prisoners, if you want to use that term. He's a bit intimidating, isn't he?
Yes, it's quite interesting how it depends on the character of the person themselves, the type of cross-examination you can get a lot. And I've been saying, though, that if people are finding Barry Rue to be frightening, that we've still got so many other lawyers who can come there and, really fight at witnesses and really go at them. And I also think it depends on what type of witness is being called. If it's not an expert witness, if it's just someone who overheard, for example, someone who helps tell the state story, then they'll go quite hard at such people to try and shake them, to try and suggest that they can't remember properly or that they've been tainted somehow. This is how you go after lay witnesses.
Let's talk about witness Annette Stipp. Now, she's on the stand. Who is she and what is she testifying to?
The lady that is on the stand right now is the wife of Dr. Johann Stipp, who's already given testimony. You'll remember he was the radiologist, was one of the first people on the scene. So in many ways, she's just confirming the facts of the state about what the neighbors overheard. So now, she's also talking about two sets of screams. She's also talking about two sets of what sounded like gunshots. So it's quite interesting, in the sense that she's adding to the state case that there were definitely two sets of screams. There's no way that Pistorius could have, shot his girlfriend mistakenly because he would have heard the screaming.
Now, there's been a lot of back and forth. Harry Nell's been objecting quite a lot to Kenny Oldwage's questioning. And there was a particular incident over a dog barking. What happened?
Yes, I'm not quite sure what the dog situation was, to be perfectly honest with you. I wonder if it's not trying to test the memories of the witnesses in terms of how clear could they hear on that night. I know it's an issue that's already come up in terms of exactly what kind of gunshots or explosive noises did they hear. So perhaps it might help if one of the defense is talking about the dog and the witness doesn't know about it. It might establish that their memory is not that good.
Sipho Hlongwane, thank you for joining us.